Welcome aboard. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. We're on the Rum Pontoon.
Well, welcome aboard for another episode of the Rum Pontoon. This is something that we do annually when we remember to do it. And today we find ourselves on Diamond Lake in the wonderful state of Oregon. It's a beautiful day. Gentle breezes blowing. We have the sound of ukulele music thanks to our friend Jim. We've got, what's that peak behind us?
Mount Thielsen.
Mount Thielsen behind us. And earlier we were listening to Yacht Rock and drinking gin and tonics. We are very, very ready now to drink these rums that were so wonderfully shared with us by our friend Brent Pounds. Thank you, as always, Brent, for all you do for the channel and also for this rum. What are we drinking first?
We got 4 samples today. The first one, Navy Bay Rum, dark Jamaican rum, 80 proof, inspired by the U.S. Navy's daily rum ration.
I think that's the type of thing that you and I need to institute.
Some sort of ration, yes.
Yeah.
Some sort of, it doesn't matter what we're drinking, there needs to be a ration.
There should be some sort of rationing going on, yeah.
Are we doing this the same way? Nose in the glass, tasting it?
I think so.
Seeing what we think?
It smells kind of like Applejack, that liqueur, doesn't it?
Little cinnamon in there.
Funky, too.
It's so funny, I never think about rums as just drinking them neat.
Yeah.
Until we started the Rum Pontoon.
Yeah, once a year, whether we do like it or not, it's time to drink rum neat. And I like the smell of this, and I'm ready. Cheers.
Cheers. To me, it tastes a little bit, surprisingly, like that black anise star. What is that
Star
called?
anise.
Oh, star anise, yeah. That star anise. There's a little bit of a black licorice note to this.
Yeah, it's very easy sipping. What did you say the proof was on this one?
80.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's easy to sip, and I think this is one of those sort of funky Jamaican rums. If it was considerably higher proof, I don't know that I would like it that much, but I like that everything seems tempered here. It's very lively, but not overwhelming or offensive in any way.
I also don't think you need to mix it with anything. I always think of rum as a mixer, and I know that that's not necessarily true, but this is really nice. There's no bitterness, there's no harsh edges, simple, sweet, little bit of that spice in there. I like it.
Yeah, well rationed. Good way to start. A new tune means it's time for a new rum. Sample B. Here we go.
It's hard. I'm distracted by the nose of this one.
Yeah, you can
incredible.
smell this well above the glass here.
So we've got sample B, Pusser's Rum, British Navy, original how do you say that word? Admiralty?
Admiralty?
Admiralty. Really? Is that how you say it?
Admiralty.
All right. Original Admiralty rum. It's a tough one. 84 proof. So we're at 4 proof points on this one. Purported to be the same blend that was issued to British Navy sailors.
Well, those British Navy sailors were definitely enjoying a treat here. The nose of this is so much brown sugar.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna say yeah, because it's like you melted brown sugar and maybe some more sugar.
Yeah.
And it got a little bit overcooked.
Hint of molasses there. Let's sip it.
Cheers. Wow. There's very sugary.
Wow, the end of that is so much molasses. My goodness.
Oh, and I was thinking the finish, like that, almost like a white sugar came through.
Wow.
I like this.
Holy cow. This tastes like, remember that time we made simple syrup, but we used Demerara sugar for it, that really dark brown sugar?
Yeah.
That's what this finish is like. This drinks like a cocktail.
Ooh, and it's sticky. Like it's all over the roof of my mouth. I like this one.
Wow,
this one is sweet though, so you gotta like sweet stuff to like this one.
Absolutely. You know what? It reminds me of a toasted marshmallow. Like when you over toast a marshmallow, which is the only way I ever do it because I'm clumsy and I don't pay attention.
It's the only way to eat them.
Yeah, that's what this tastes like on the finish. Wild ride here. This rum was the first rum given to American.
I think so.
And this is the British.
Yeah, they got the better end of the straw on that one.
Yeah, the Brits have won out so far here.
Man, that last one really did taste like toasted marshmallows. You nailed it.
Yeah, I actually paused the camera because I was like, I think I'm just going to sit and enjoy this one for a while. I took one more sip and it was so cloyingly sweet I had to pitch it.
It's very sweet.
It definitely hit the palate perfectly right off the bat, but then it gets to be a lot after that. So What do we got next? Sample C.
Black Tot Rum, blend of Barbados, Guyanan, and Jamaican rums inspired by the blend issued to British Navy sailors, produced by the same company that released the last reserves of the rum from the Royal Navy stores after the daily rations were discontinued in 1970. This is 92.4 proof.
Wow.
Next gen rums.
The history of this. I'm loving this so far. Thank
It is
you.
right up your alley.
Yeah, thank you, Brent, for sharing this information with us because I like a historical nonfiction book and I like a historical nonfiction rum even better.
So the British sailors must have liked sweet things because this is also very sugary on the nose.
Yeah, I bet they kept their dentists really busy. Do you want to? I don't know.
I almost made an off-color remark about how they don't have a dentist over there.
Oh, no.
But we won't say that.
I think
There is something spicy in here, almost like a fir tree or something. I always say like a staccato note, but there's something like really piney about this.
There's a more grounded sweetness, certainly. It's less candy flavor, less brown sugar flavor.
Yeah.
The sweetness strikes me as more earthy, a little bit harder to figure out here. But I like the nose on it. I think it's going to be less intense than the last one, no matter what.
We're going to cheers? I was just thinking that maybe I've been cheersing too much here on the Rum Pontoon.
Yeah, but you start off with 2 cheers. You can't just stop after that.
Interestingly enough, the nose and the palate don't really jive. Like, the nose is very sweet, very sugary. I'm not getting that on the palate at all.
Yeah, it's a moderately caramel apple here. That's nice. I like this one. This is something you could enjoy a little bit more. It's less interesting, I think, certainly.
It's less in your face.
Yeah. The blend is very nice, though. It's got a little bit of that Jamaica funk to it. I don't know what each one of those brings to the party, but it's a nice blend, and it's very easy drinking and satisfying at the same time.
I also have a little bit of a tingle on my tongue.
Yeah.
So I think there's some sort of mint in here. Like I said, the pine or something, but there's something in there that's like causing my taste buds just to dance a little bit.
Yeah. It drinks a little bit like a spicy rye, but way more subtle.
I actually think I prefer this over the previous only because the other one was so sweet.
It was really intense.
Like, that was that sip that you get, they were like, ooh, sugar, yum.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, after another sip, you're like, okay, now I'm good with that one. This one actually has like a nice subtlety to it that is really enjoyable, almost more like drinking bourbon.
Yeah, sample B, I could see the sailors taking that one as a shot.
Yeah.
And then just moving on. Whereas this one I could see sipping and just sitting and enjoying. The 92 proof, it's creeping up. You're getting a little bit of that hug. What do you call it? It's not a Kentucky hug when it's rum. What do you call it?
We're on the water, so it's got to have some sort, and it's a Navy drink, right?
A nautical nuggle.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go with it.
We're going with it. And last, but hopefully not least, sample D. What do we got here?
Sample D, we've got Pusser's Rum, British Navy, Gunpowder proof.
My.
It is original Admiralty strength.
Admiralty.
Yeah, I can't say that word, so we're just going to go with whatever you said. 109. We have really ramped it up.
Oh, okay.
It says purported to be the same blend that was issued to British Navy sailors at gunpowder proof.
Okay, I would think barrel strength or something like that, but no, they go gunpowder proof.
Gunpowder.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
That's a interesting way of putting things. Well done, rum community. I don't know who came up with it, but I liked that.
Maybe it was the Navy that came up with the British Navy.
You know what? Those clever Brits in the Navy. Of course, it must have been them.
Wow, this smells a lot like sample number 2, which I also think was the Admiralty.
It was Pussers.
blend.
It was the same brand.
They definitely have a distinctive profile.
They definitely do. And when we gave some of this to Jim over here, he suggested maple syrup.
Love it.
And that's definitely here on the nose. I'm a maple syrup guy. You know that about me. But even this smells a little bit too intense on the maple syrup for me.
I will say, before we get started, the color looks great.
Yeah, this is a beauty.
Also looks like you would be drinking bourbon. And before we get into our final sip, a big thank you for the background music from Jim over there.
Yeah, outstanding. I hope that you're enjoying as much as I am because it's pretty much set the tone for this entire video. Without the music, the mood wouldn't be here, the vibe wouldn't be here. We'd be distracted and not having as much fun. So big thanks to Jim and cheers to you. Let's have a drink.
Sample 4.
Oh, that's seaworthy. There is something there that reminds me of the sea, like the salty breeze of being on the water or something like that. Ooh, and it finishes with that maple syrup. That's great.
And I got a little pineapple.
Yeah.
So there's a little citrus in there, a little pineapple note to it that actually blends nice with the caramel, with some of those rum flavors. I think the sugary, like the maple syrup note is really good because there's something sticky about this as well.
Yeah. Wow, this one, I'm in the islands and enjoying every minute of it. I think that this one's delicious. We're not well versed in rum. We're not experts in any tasting of any liquor whatsoever, but very much enjoying this one. I think this is my favorite.
So the thing you have to be careful about this one, 109 proof. And there's a nice sweetness here, so you can get really distracted and drink this quickly versus sipping it a little bit at a time. And at that 109 proof, you can get yourself in trouble here.
You very much could, because you forget that proof. It doesn't drink that way at all. Very nice, and I like the way that this one has a bite to it, probably from the proof. Lingers very nicely. You get to enjoy all that sweetness. The pineapple that you were talking about, boy, it all comes back. Very nice rum, very nice samples. This is definitely my favorite. What do you think?
I actually like sample number 3, so the sample C.
A little more mild.
Yeah, it's a little bit more mild, a little bit more drinkable. I would drink it more slowly. I liked a bit of that rye quality that you found in there as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's just something about that profile really speaks to me, but this is definitely my second favorite. I get a little nervous with this one with that 109 proof. It's sweet, easy to drink. I think all 4 samples were just very drinkable.
Yeah, except for glass number 2, which is shootable. I think that the other Pussers that tasted like that toasted marshmallow, super interesting, super unique, but you definitely couldn't enjoy a lot of it.
A lot of desserty there.
Yeah, I loved the experience, but that's definitely not the one that I would choose today. I'm going glass number 4 here. Very nice rum. Well, let us know, what rums are you drinking this summer? What have you enjoyed the most? Have you been in the American or British Navy, and exactly how much rum are they giving you these days? Let us know all about it in the comments from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. Now, enjoy Jim Brown and his ukulele.
Life's too short, working for every dime, living on repeat, 2 days at a time, grinding all week, a weekend's never enough.